Here's how to use margin on Charles Schwab. So first step is to check the eligibility and apply. Before you can use margin, your account must be approved for it. So minimum balance, you generally need at least $2,000 in cash or marginal security to begin borrowing. So to apply for this margin, what you're gonna do is open up your Charles Schwab website and log in into your account. Then you have to click on this profile icon on the top right corner. Then from this menu screen, click on margin and options. Then here you just have to select your account in which you want to apply the margin trading. And then you just have to click on this apply button right next to your account. And then follow the on-screen instructions and provide your details. And within 1 to 2 business days, you will get your margin trading option enabled on your account. And once you are approved, you have to understand your limit. Schwab provides specific metrics to help you manage your borrowing. First is initial margin. So typically you can borrow up to 50% of the purchase price for most stocks. For example, to buy 10,000 of stock, you need $5,000 of your own equity. You must keep a minimum amount of equity in your account, usually 30% to 50%, to avoid a margin call. And if you want to know your margin buying power, what you can do is you can click on this accounts option from the top menu bar, and from there click on balances. Then on balances screen you have to scroll down and you will see this section at the bottom, margin details and buying power. And here it is, you will see this column called margin equity. This is your margin limit, and if you want to view it in more detail, you can click on this link, margin buying power. Then this will open up this window where you can see the limits of your margin for separate equities, ETFs, etc. So for equities and ETFs, you have the margin of $17,000 for my account. So this limit varies depending on your financial situations and your objectives. So you just have to go through these steps and find your buying power. And after you know your buying power, we can start executing a margin trade. So when you're executing a trade, you don't need to typically select a margin button for every trade. If you have margin enabled, you can go to the trade ticket and you just have to enter the stock symbol and ticker and set the action to buy, and then enter the amount. And if the trade amount exceed your available cash, Schwab automatically uses your margin buying power to cover the difference. So let's say you have entered the $100 in amount, but you have only $50 in your account, then $50 will be covered by the margin automatically by the Schwab. So you don't have to click any margin button to apply the margin buying power. Just enter the amount and it will automatically covered by the Schwab. Then entering the amount, click on review order, and then you can place your trade with the margin. And you also have to know about the cost and risk. So first let's talk about the interest rate. You will be charged interest daily on the debit amount. Rates are tiered, meaning the more you borrow, the lower your rate typically becomes. And the second thing you have to know is the margin calls. If your account equity falls below the maintenance requirement due to a market drop, Schwab will issue a margin call. You must then deposit more cash or sell your security to remove that margin call. And note that Schwab can liquidate your position without prior notice to cover a margin deficiency. So that is how we can use a margin on Charles Schwab. If you found this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe to my channel.